The fruit is immediately present. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today I have a big grin on my face because I have a Linkwood, 37 years here on my cask, original bottling from Diageo Special Releases 2016. It was distilled in 1978 and bottled in 2016 with an ABV of 50.3, and it costs an awful lot of money, 800 euros. 660 pounds, I think, and I have no idea how much in the US. And this is one of the very, very, very few original bottled Linkwood available. And always when the package is impressive, I start the unpacking event here in my cask. Have a look at this wonderful box. It's not wood. No, it's a card box with a wood design. But if you open it up, it looks beautiful. Copper shining. There's a small leaflet in it. And here, have a look at those stills. They have swan heads. And they are, typically you say to those stills, they have swan necks. And these swans, and there are also some swans patrolling on Lake Linkwood. Yeah. So here we go with the bottle. Take it out. There we go. And then there's a small leaflet in it. I take it out as well. And here they're saying on the inside of the lid, Swans still glide across the distillery pond at Linkwood, where a timeless calm pervades the air around the old warehouses. There are a lot of warehouses, all with those shaped roofs. I think a dozen or 2 dozen after each other. They look beautiful. The air around the old warehouses. Founded near Elgin in 1825, as most of the Highland distillers, when distilling malt whiskey in the Highlands became legal in 1823, 1824. And considered a classic Speyside, Linkwood was one of the few malts sold as a self or single malt in Victorian times. Yeah, so most of those whiskies in former times were well blended. So here we go with the box. Place it carefully over here at the side so that you can have a look at the picture in my green screen where you can't see the green. A graceful spirit. Visitors will often find a pair of shining white guardians patrolling the distillery lake at Linkwood. It's a perfect, graceful, unchanging scene. Swans have lived here for countless years beside the pretty dam, along with other water birds such as ducks, heron, water hen, and shags. Gracefully, perfection is also blur, blur, blur. Yeah, a growing demand. Yeah, it's in the book as well. Clean and light, smooth and dry. Here we go. In the booklet, which came with a sample box, I mentioned here the days before. Here we have the Linkwood 37. Displaying typical fresh fruit and floral characters in its slow desire to be approachable, the nose yet gives no hint to the wonderful elegance and complexity evident on the palate and in the finish of this sophisticated malt. Yeah. A limited edition, 6,114 bottles worldwide. From Linkwood, an active distillery on Speyside. Linkwood is a workhorse of the Diageo malt whiskey industry, producing for a lot of blends. Rarely available as a single malt from the original distillers, only the second special release bottling and the first for 8 years. from refill American oak hogsheads and refill European oak butts. So 25 years, and the special releases are all uncolored. You see quite a hue in it. It's dark gold going over to amber. But I think this might not be from sherry. Those European butts were, I think, refill and lost most of the sherry influence from the by the first maturation of other malts in it. RRSP, registered retail price, shelf price, £600 per bottle. Appearance, full gold, polish, antique brass. Soft and takes time to open up, but then slowly fills out to present delicate fresh fruit notes. A sweet, clean fruit salad, including honeydew melon, grape, mandarin zest, apple, and pear over base of crumbly fudge. Ooh. Body medium, palate compelling. First a generous, smooth texture, fruity, sweet, and sugary overall, then warming and tart with baked apple in the mid-palate. An appetizing dryness rapidly develops with black tea and herbal cough candy offset by rum and resin ice cream. Lime and waxy vanilla. Waxy vanilla, I never had that before. Finally, some ginger, clove, and little salt. Finish long and warming with peppery tingle. Oaky and herbal with dry coating tannins from the European oak casks. And a clean aromatic conclusion. That spice lingers in the aftertastes. Yeah, insider fact. Here you see the old maltings at Linkwood. Demand for Linkwood has always outstripped supply, but this became so marked in the years leading up to 1971 that a new stillhouse was built to run alongside the old. In our whiskey database, you can see the pictures of Linkwood I took in 94, I think, or some of those were from 94, others were later. And there you can see the new warehouse, stillhouse, with the big windows, as other distilleries from Diageo from that time, like Glenord or Tininik or Kalila and others. So this was the standard setting for a new stillhouse in the early 70s. And the old warehouse just vis-a-vis, over the courtyard, and in those old warehouses were fewer stills, I think 2 or 4 I think, and 6 or 8 in the new stillhouse. And those both stillhouses were operated in the 70s. When this 37-year-old was made, the two both were producing side by side. And then 79, Margaret Thatcher became Prime Minister in the UK, and she started reforms and hit heftily into the old structures of the after the war ages, and she got rid of the firemen on the newly built electric engines, railroad engines. And strikes happened, and there was a downturn in the economy, and then they had to stop production in the second stillhouse at Linkwood, and a lot of other distilleries had to stop production completely. And then after 10 years, I think, they came out of recession in the UK. Yeah, very sad. So this is the story behind Linkwood, and now we're going for a dram. So this time there was a little bit more in the sample, and it's 50.3, so that I do not have to dilute. It's still in my range. So the fruit is immediately present, together with some butter toffee. And now the fruit salad, the juicy fruit salad. Coming up, vanilla shines through. And probably some marzipan. Yeah. So it's a wonderful, full nose, extremely complex, a lot of aromas in it. You can sniff in that glass for an hour. Wonderful. Wouldn't take so long here. Come to an end. Talked already too much. Yeah. Fruity, sugary, then some, yes, the fruit salad shines through, apple tart probably, but also herbs, some peppery notes in the aftertaste. The oak comes, but it's not that bitter, it's more milk chocolate, still a little spicy, and herbs. Long aftertaste, and the 50.3 really gives this whiskey a drive. So probably you might dilute it by 1, 2, 3%. Yeah. Vanilla. So a wonderful piece of work, and hopefully those bottles are also available where you live and you are able to afford this expensive, really expensive bottle. Well, it's rare and the price might be justifiable, and there are always people out there having enough money for a good whiskey available. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. Feel free to share this video with your friends and probably with those who might give you that bottle as a gift. Yeah. And stay tuned. There's more to come.